Friends of our channel and YouTubers, welcome. Answers of an Alien from Andromeda, Video 66, October 10, 2011. This video is a normal meeting with questions and answers. Mithy, do you have news about the dwarf star? The dwarf star was towed and is being kept on the edge inside the Kuiper belt, in a position of lesser gravity influences the inner solar system. This position, between Neptune and Uranus, will be maintained until further notice. Your scientists are observing it with telescopes. The orbital influences caused to the planets Pluto, Neptune and Uranus are minimal, as the ship Krullian is creating a field holding that minimizes the gravitational tunnels connecting the system with the planets. But even so, the planets can feel the presence of dwarf star system, because there are other quantum energies involved, and can provide heating, extreme climatic changes and an increase in brightness, caused by a greater excitement in their own cosmic energy emission. See, the big Krullian spaceships can travel to many multiples of the speed of light without problems, when traveling in open space between the different solar systems where there are no gates of transport accessible, even taking with them a system such as the dwarf star and its planets, without affecting them. You have no idea of the powers of spaceships Krullian. Your governments know of the existence of at least 20 large ships Krullian in the Kuiper belt internal limits, and must be wondering if there will be some kind of invasion. In fact, if Krullians introduce themselves in person on planet Earth, would be mistaken for angels, because their auras are very energetic to your standards. The superiority of them would not be imposed, would be felt and respected. The Krullian's been here a few times on this planet millennia ago, with its auxiliary ships, and must have influenced the concept of divine beings that you have today. Mithy, how these folds of light speed? It is difficult to understand. Well, let me explain an easy way. A large spacecraft, with enough power of energy available in their generators, could create a virtual portal of transport, to a certain distance, in the direction where you want to take. Suppose that this portal can be created to a light year ahead, and when you get there, you can automatically create another 1 light year ahead, so you can instantly navigate portal to portal, and carry distances in time very close to zero. This is the same system used on fixed transport portals, but, in a spacecraft it becomes dynamic, bending a sequential progression of time, a sequence of jumps in time and space. I hope you understand the process. Mithy, scientists say the volcano on the Canary Islands is about to explode at any moment. What is your opinion? See, nature in cases where the planet is highly destabilized, it is impossible to predict with some accuracy, but the sun will increase emissions of vast masses of energy from the next days. The effect of microwave in the magma will cause great pressure on gaps between tectonic plates. The explosion of the volcano on the Canary Islands is only a matter of time, and may be greater than your scientists think. During the next few weeks, also note the cap of 70 miles from Yellowstone, which is expected to rise a few inches, indicating a potential possibility of start of activities. The region of Japan could suffer a big event too, with the heating of the magma. Mithy, Sheep asked, you said that dinosaurs are still alive but in another planet? Have you ever seen the dinosaurs? And what's the feeling when you saw one? Sheep, the dinosaurs inhabit millions of planets in formation, just like they once inhabited the Earth. Today there are techniques that can keep the whole band for studies paralyzed, and you can touch them while in the state of lethargy artificial. But there are beings far more bizarre and greater than dinosaurs, including insects, higher than many buildings in your cities. You still have much to see. Mythi, MB asks, the inhabitants of Atlantis, and before them of Lemurian, survived the earlier passages of the Red Dwarf Nibiru? If they survived, still reside somewhere on the Earth or inside? MB, Lemurian and Atlantis survived several passages of Nibiru, through the action of their alien mentors. Lemurians had large underground facilities, that could accommodate its entire people comfortably for several months. The Atlantis had an advanced technology and was able to be prepared many times. The Lemurian and Atlantis were taken, thousands of years for the Pleiades, and much of the Pleiades spaceship's crews who are working here are direct descendants of Atlantis, a very advanced civilization, at the level of frequency 5. Part of the Lemurian civilization gave rise to the Inca and Maya, and now also inhabits the planets in the Pleiades. Jerry asks, when we go back to the 1800s, after the meteors destroy satellites, then what? You said don't worry, rescue will come, but after when? 2 months? A year? Jerry, relief will come not only when you have problems with communication or electricity, it will come after any mega disaster happening, where populations remain isolated and abandoned by your government. The intention of governments is not to help people, only those chosen to recolonize the planet after these disasters depopulate the Earth. The forgotten and isolated will be our target for rescue and assistance, while your elites are in shelters waiting for a decontamination process. Maria asks, Mythi, when they die, we go to 4th dimension? Or you can go 4th dimension in life? People from different parts of the world are going to different places in the afterlife? Or not? Mary, you can only go to the 4th dimension definitely, after the 10th level of frequency of the 3rd dimension. When your spirit goes to this twilight zone of the 4th dimension, this is a temporal admission, a transition zone that enables the process of reincarnation, in the matter of the 3rd dimension. In this transition state, the communication is made by brain waves, that is, all speak the same language. Of course there are many sectors, where very specific ethnicities can be treated and oriented in groups, where they can interact better. But overall, everyone understands. Mythi, Jose asks, it is normal for me to have dreams involving extraterrestrials. I've dreamed about at least 4 or 5 different species. They've showed me things, spaceships, amongst other things that I don't remember. The question is, are some species having contact through dreams? Did I really have contact with them? Or is it a product of my imagination? Jose, many races' alien friends are circling the planet, knowing you more closely. They move with stealth suits directly, or make mental scanner of the inhabitants in a state of sleep, for more details about this society that will soon join the community. When sleeping, your quantum matter can extend outside the physical body, and reach points that can be targeted by beings mentally far superior in brain evolution. CB has visited our ship mentally a few times, and when the opportunity arises, it will be possible to visit physically. If you're having an open mind to these possibilities, facilitates contact because there is no fear of the unknown factor involved in the process. Fear prevents and inhibits the projection quantum matter out of the body. Only a conscious and awake subconscious brain is sensitive enough to receive this type of interaction. Belfith asks, Mithy, do the Level 1 societies focus much on mystical arts and sciences, or is everything much more pragmatic? For example, astrology, palmistry, divination, quantum and string theories seem to be leading to a more mystical perspective, having more relevance than previously thought in the last 5 to 10 decades here on Earth. Belfith, science should go hand in hand with the spiritual part. All raw feel, there is no matter entirely lifeless. The connection with the divine transcends the need to reflect on something more sublime, as a parameter of the goal of development. There are more spiritual than other societies, but when you develop scientifically, begins to realize how everything is connected by a force majeure, and as the universal medium influences the energy balance necessary for intellectual development. A mate asks, do we have a guardian angel or companion for each individual? For example, do I have a guardian angel? Mate, you do not have one guardian angel, has many friends, if you have them, that are in twin light zone of the 4th dimension to cheer for you, sending good vibes, and trying to help you with good energy in difficult situations. If you have friends who love you truly, you have guardian angels with you always. It's that simple. White Eagle asks, Mithy, I am a Native American Indian. I participate in many of our old traditional ceremonies. Will this participation raise our aura to a higher frequency? Mate, the ceremonies are important to meet and fraternize the members of a community with what they consider divine. But one simple being, kneeling in a corner of a humble home, even alone, can commune with the universal forces with the same force than in a pompous ceremony. Neither the sun, nor the increased incidence of cosmic energy on the planet, influence the increase of personal frequency. It is generated from the inside out, not vice versa. The aura is personal and not transferable. It can help illuminate the paths of those with low light, but cannot give light. Each has its own aura to light by their attitudes and love inside. That makes a generator in tune with the aura of the planet, helping to end the darkness, and enabling those who do not have light spotting the paths that lead them to lighting by themselves. Thanks for watching. Join our channel. You are welcome there as the internet work.